Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 78.
Today is Alyssa's mom and sister's last day here, but thankfully they do have a later flight out. So we're going to get the day together, and we've got some ideas of some places we'd like to go eat before they leave. Now, we spent most of the morning packing up, getting them ready to go, packing up our stuff because we are changing rooms again tomorrow. And since they were here with us, we went ahead and packed one of their extra suitcases with some things that we didn't need anymore to send back with them, that way we didn't have to haul it around with us everywhere we go. Once we were done packing everything up, we headed downstairs to the yacht club side of the building to go to Ale and Compass to try lunch. We had looked at the lunch menu and it looked really good, and we were all very hungry. So we decided to go over there and have lunch. We started things off with an appetizer. They had a rolls sampler there. It had like 4 rolls with it and 3 different sauces. One was a bacon jam that I loved. They also had a pub cheese and a citrus butter. Honestly, all 3 of them were amazing.
They were.
And I felt like we needed, double the number of rolls just
Yes.
because I was eating way more butter on a roll than I should have. And if I had more rolls, I could have spread it out a little bit. But excellent. Highly recommend the bread with the different spreads there. That was awesome. I also saw on the menu they did not have lobster bisque, but they did have a lobster and corn chowder, which sounded amazing. So I had to get that. It was so good. I thought it would be pretty good. Like, lobster bisque is usually pretty good, and so it should be similar to that, but it was way better. The corn gave it a little bit of sweetness, and it was just so good. I was very impressed with that. And then for entrees, I wanted something a little bit lighter this time, so I opted for the fish tacos, which were very, very good. Alyssa was eyeing the shrimp pasta there. She's, of course, a big fan of shrimp.
Yes.
So the shrimp pasta was her choice on that one. It was really good. I liked the flavors.
It was amazing. I loved it.
I'm not always as big of a fan of shrimp pasta. I'm more like it with, steak, kind of surf and turf thing. But that was a really nice combination there. And then Mom and Elena split a grilled cheese sandwich, which came with tomato soup, but they asked for chicken noodle soup instead of tomato soup since they could substitute it out. And that was a really good grilled cheese. It was a fancy grilled cheese sandwich with some very special cheeses. I love grilled cheese anyway, but I'm happy I got the fish tacos. I wanted something a little bit lighter this time.
For dessert, we of course had to order some chocolate because my mom, sister, and I are huge chocolate fans. So we got the 12-layer chocolate cake. 12 layers. I mean, we couldn't not get it. We had to get it. I mean, that's just amazing. And it was really good.
It was beautiful. It wasn't 12, thick layers. It was like thin little layers. It was really, really rich. And I was glad that they had the chocolate cake because I didn't really want something that rich. I saw something else that caught my eye. They had a warm apple cobbler with a custard on top, and oh my goodness, it sounded amazing, it looked amazing, it tasted amazing. I'm always a big fan of cobbler anyway, but this one I thought was perfect, and it was huge. Definitely shareable size, even though I kind of ate most of it myself. That's, but that's irrelevant. It was shareable size, so I could have shared if I wanted to.
After that very enjoyable and very filling lunch, we of course didn't want to do too much. We're just kind of killing time until their flight. So we decided to go to the community hall at Beach Club just to see what they had there. We had never been down there. And so we were curious what they had going on. And turns out there was no one in there. There was one cast member in there, but there were no guests at all. So she asked if we wanted to watch a movie, and we were like, well, what do you have on? She goes, well, I was about to put in High School Musical. All right then. So we watched High School Musical.
Yes, we're watching High School Musical.
It was a lot cheesier than I remember it being from when I was in high school, but my mom had never seen the whole thing through, so she got to enjoy High School Musical with us. My sister enjoyed it as well. Robert actually did not watch the movie with us because he was too busy facing the other wall playing Miss Pac-Man.
See, that's the thing. I sat down with them to watch High School Musical, and then I said, what am I doing with my life? And I turned around and looked behind me and saw there was an arcade machine that was totally free to play. And I love the Pac-Man games, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, whatever. And I thought, well, okay, just a couple rounds. I'll play just a little bit. And I just kept playing and played pretty much the entire movie. I played that game. I did wind up with one of the high scores, though, so it's okay. I
congratulations.
did do that. I mean, I'm not sure how high the score was really set to begin with, but I don't care.
Probably all played by children.
I know, but don't rub it in, I still beat them. Even if maybe they're really advanced children. Maybe they're prodigies.
Good for you. After that, we weren't necessarily hungry, but ice cream did sound good because I'm always up for ice cream. So we decided to take an enjoyable walk. It was a really nice day outside. So we walked over to Ample Hills on the boardwalk there. And this time they actually did have brownies in stock. So we got a brownie sundae. I took it outside. We were going to eat out there. Gorgeous day. And of course, I have to take pictures for Instagram to prove that we got this brownie sundae in a waffle cone. It looks so nice. So I held it up in the air. Got to get the Ample Hill sign. I'm ready, taking a picture. And then I screamed because something flew and hit my head. And as it turns out, a seagull actually flew in down behind my head, grabbed the brownie, and took it out of my ice cream. There were actually little footprints in my ice cream. I screamed. Everyone on the boardwalk looked at me, and of course now the bird's not even there, so no one knows why I'm screaming. And I looked silly.
You screamed for ice cream.
Wow. Wow.
I can't help it. Sorry.
Don't encourage him. So after all of that, I now do not have a brownie sundae. I have ice cream in a waffle cone because the bird took our brownie. So I then walked back inside and talked to the cast members and just explained what happened. I said, I know it sounds silly. I'm honestly not making this up. I'm not trying to get a free ice cream out of it. This really did happen. You can see the little birdie footprints in there. And they actually laughed and said, this is the third time we've heard that this week, actually, so we know you're not lying. And so they made us a whole new ice cream, and I took a picture inside the building this time because I was not going to lose this brownie. I really like brownies, and I was not about to have another one taken from me. So I took the picture inside and then literally covered the ice cream, walked outside. We all kind of hovered while we ate so that nothing would come and take it away from us.
We got to have somebody standing guard just to make sure any birds want to mess with us. We're gonna fight them off. It's
Those
fine.
Disney birds. Oh my goodness.
And that is why they have signs everywhere that say, please do not feed the wildlife. Because when you do, they get aggressive. And they steal your brownies right out of your hand while you're trying to take a cute picture for Instagram. So as we finished up our ice cream there on the boardwalk, we took a few final pictures for their last few moments here at Disney World. Took some selfies, of course, all together. And then we started walking back over to Beach Club where we had to grab their bags. And we put them in the car and drove them to the airport because Magical Express was going to leave 3 hours before their flight, or a little bit more than that. It doesn't really take that long to get there, so we're going to go ahead and just drive them to the airport ourselves. So we put their stuff in the car, drove to the airport, and dropped them off and said our goodbyes there. Headed back to our resort, ready to call it a night. But we had lunch and we had ice cream, but we never really had dinner. And now we're hungry. So we went downstairs to the Beach Club market there and looked at the food they had, and nothing really sounded good. I mean, they had like a flatbread and they had other little dishes and things, but nothing sounded like what we wanted. And finally we realized what we wanted was just pizza. Not a fancy flatbread, just regular pizza. So we walked back over to Boardwalk to the pizza window and ordered a pizza there. It's like 10 o'clock at night now. Got our pizza from the pizza window, sat there, ate a few pieces, and headed back over. And that was the end of our day today. So we will see you tomorrow.
For our year with the ears.